Another serious issue would be cannabis's continued presence on the Schedule 1 of the controlled substance list. I know you had a big preface about how there may be some cases that you can't talk about, but there was a case in the state of Michigan that would have potentially removed cannabis from the list of controlled substances. That case was very vigorously defended by your office in order to defend the state. Can you tell us what the status is of that, or what your logic is behind that?
Well, I will say that the case is still in the process of being appealed. Michelle, we've had a Court of Appeals decision, and now the time has not yet expired for the plaintiffs to file an application for leave to appeal to the Michigan Supreme Court, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so the case is still ongoing. Technically, it's not been closed out. And our office, as you indicated, we do represent the Board of Pharmacy in this case. But what I can tell you, because it's public information, is that our arguments did not specifically address. Sorry, my cats are fighting. It's a thing that happens a lot when I'm on Zoom. I don't know why. Just when I'm on Zoom, that's the only time that they seem to do that. But our arguments did not specifically address whether marijuana was appropriately scheduled. But we addressed the plaintiffs' specific legal claims regarding their failure to state a claim upon which requested relief could be granted. And that is what the Court of Appeals actually found. I will say this, and again, I can't, as Attorney General, I can't just say, you know what, I don't like this policy. I'm not even gonna try to defend it. And I will tell you that what has happened to me a lot, because of the fact that I have made statements in the past indicating that I'm not going to make frivolous arguments, or I'm not going to make unconstitutional arguments, the Republicans in the State House and Senate have taken it upon themselves to try to intervene in almost every significant lawsuit that we have. And when they do that, they come in and they make an argument to the court that they should be able to act as a party to the case, and they get to make their arguments instead of me being the actor who represents the state, even though that's what you hired me to do when I won the election in 2018. And so I have to be very careful about cases in which I would say, I'm just not going to defend this lawsuit, because pretty soon the legislature comes in and they just completely take over my job and say, you're not doing your job, which is, in this case, to defend the Board of Pharmacy. I will say this, I have made it clear that personally, what is my personal opinion? I do believe that cannabis and marijuana should be descheduled. I certainly don't believe it should be Schedule 1. And, I would be thrilled in the event that the legislature took this issue up. I would love to go testify before either the House and Senate. I would make public statements about my personal opinion about this. And I would like to see the law changed. That's my personal opinion. But again, I am an attorney here my department is representing the Board of Pharmacy. And the way to change the law, generally speaking, unless something is unconstitutional or there's some other legitimate legal reason for it, is to go through the legislative process. And I would support that.
Isn't there a logical contradiction between the language of the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act, the MMFLA, the MRTMA, and the language of Schedule 1? Would that logical contradiction not be enough to drive you to act?
Michelle, you want to take that?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that gets into some of the specifics involved with the lawsuit. So I don't think that we can get into some of those discussions here today. As the Attorney General stated, the lawsuit is still pending, and there still is time for an application to the Supreme Court. So unfortunately, respectfully, I don't think we can get into some of those issues.
We'll move on then.
Okay.
Please go ahead, Attorney General.
I was going to say, if you want to propose a bill, I don't know if there are any that are pending. Do we have any legislators who have taken this up?
We do have a legislator that's got a bill pending, but it's not announced yet, I don't believe.
Well, let me know when it comes up.